dear friends, here's Mad Max again. Today with two black boxes. If you are fans or subscribers of my Facebook pages and Instagram, you already know what's in there. If not, maybe you should subscribe to see my mail calls on the other things. So that's two FireFlies flashlights, the PL47 and the new E07 sent from neilsgadgets.com. Thank you, Neil, for the samples. And I will share with you what's in the boxes and a few things I've seen when played with them. So let's have a look together. And here are the boxes. Nothing fancy, just a sticker that tells us here is a PL47 with XPL with 4000 kelvins and a E07 with the Nichia chips. Let's look inside. They are quite similar. The user manual for both is one big sheet of paper in English, and here we have a quick overview over the great Endurial user interface programmed by our goddess Toy Keeper. Thank you for your work. It has a ramping possibility in standard, then you can have a stepped ramping. You have a lot of blinkies, you have different strobes like candle mode or lightning storm or tactical strobe. Take your time, go to all these settings, play with it. I'm sure you will find something that's just right for you. The light, they come obvious, of course, with O-rings and a clip. And this part coming with the PL47 is meant to be a headband, but it's really bad. That's not useful at all in the way it comes. I found out if you want to use it, use some rubber or foam, some sticky tape, back it up from behind, and then it will work quite nice with a very cheap mod. But as I said, out of the box, that's not working at all. So FireFlies have to adjust that. So that's the PL47 angle headlight, optics, TIR optics with 4 LEDs. There is a magnet in the tail cap. The switch is on the top, and machining is very well. The coloring is a little bit different on the from the head and the tail cap, but it depends on the light, if you're inside or outside, and it depends on the angle of the light, obviously. So sometimes you notice it, sometimes you don't. All the other things, machining is, as I said, very well done. And on the E07, which comes also with the clip and the O-rings, and they have, instead of this headband thingy, there is a wrist for the wrist. The E07 has obviously 7 LEDs. Mine is this dark gray. Also slightly coloring differences noticeable. It's also very well machined, maybe a little bit too exact, because here on the fins, the cutouts, they are nearly sharp. They are very, very precise, but they should have smoothened that a little bit so it feels sharp and rough. But here I really like the knurling. That's very well done. Also threads are smooth, threads are very nicely cut. So that's very good machining quality. I think it's just too precise here. The tail caps, you can interchange them. I tried, you can use the magnet from the PL47 on the E07, that will work. Have a look in the tail cap. It's the PCB in there is glued. There's a single spring and it's a flat design, which leads us to a major problem, or to a problem as I think. Both flashlights work with the new 21700 format on cells, and there is included an adapter like this. It comes with on both, so you can use an 18650. In comparison, it's a bit smaller and a bit thinner. So with this thing, put it place on the negative side, it reaches the same length. And the length, as I found out, is very critical on both lights, because it's made only for very short cells. This cheated has the same length as the Shockley's, but the positive is a little bit underneath. You see that one sticks out maybe a bit, and this one is down there 1 or 1.5 millimeters. So if you put this one in, you see it goes underneath. That's the surface here, and the Shockley is nearly even. So if you screw it in, it gets a lot of pressure. And as you can see here, I already modified my E07. In that way that I inserted copper wire down there to make the battery tube longer, because when I inserted the cell the first time, where is it? Here is it. I did dent the plus pole, so I nearly crushed my cell, because that's just a 1 millimeter left, so it was not very nice. So guys, be very careful. Always do this kind of test. Insert the cell. Try if it gives you some room, because this room you can see here, this is used by the spring. When the spring compresses, there is 2 millimeters, maybe 3 millimeters left of place, which must be there for the springs, otherwise it would not work. The next thing, on the PL47, this cheated one, it rattles, and the Shockley cell, they do not fit, they are too thick. I could squeeze them in maybe with force, but I'm afraid I do not want to break the Shockleys, because they're very fine cells with lots of power, and refuse to break them. So I tried this this 30Q again to this test. It's a little bit better on this version. It goes inside there. And be careful if you have a long cell like this old NCR that's 70 millimeters long. If you use such a cell that way, you see it sticks out a lot, so you would easily crash that. I found out, just get rid of this brass pole. And does it work here? No, would not work in the PL, but I tried this setting in my modified E07, it does work down there. So you see that's the modification. It goes underneath that surface. The spring does fit in there, and voila, old NCR 18650B does power a new flashlight. Nice too. So, long story short, guys, be very careful with your cells in any new flashlight, not only this one. They are meant to be used with short unprotected cells. If you have a protected cell like this, you see there's no way that would work. And I have read already in the different forums and on Facebook, people not doing that test. They just swap in their cells. They put it on and then they crush their cells and then they are pissed. So don't be overexcited. Have a look, test your cells. If they work, you will have lots of fun. Yeah, I told you you can use the magnet here. And the magnet is not very strong. It's worse on the E07, of course. On a flat surface, it will slip away. It will hold its weight. But if it does not grip very hard, but if you have some old steel which is rusty or is painted maybe, because it works on my heating radiator, so it even carries that including the cell, so that's not bad at all. So going back, I'm using the cheated in there here. So what else can I tell you? They are well made. Android is very nice. You see they have the auxiliary LEDs. On the PL47 I got these bluish ones, which is not very nice in combination with this purplish LEDs in the switch, and the blue doesn't match. This one I have this, I think it was called Amber, looking a little bit reddish here, and really it's very purplish, so they quite match with the color of the switch LEDs. That's looking more nice. And of course, if it's dark, you cannot illuminate really a lot of things or in any distance with this auxiliary LEDs. Andreal is like Narsil, as a lot of people know, but with lots of more possibilities to use. As you can see, there's from off, 1 click for the memorized last mode memory. Hold is for the lowest to ramp up. 2 clicks give you instant turbo. Click and hold is the highest lever, then ramp down. 3 clicks give you the specials, the battery check, the good night mode, the beacon temp check. Double click and hold gives you the strobes. 4 clicks is lockout, 5 clicks is the momentary mode, and 6 clicks the muggle modes, and with 7 clicks you can activate or deactivate or let the auxiliaries blink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now they are on, off. So that's the blinky mode now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now they are off. You can see LEDs here are on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are on again. So click, click, hold gives us this blinky. 3, 4, 1. Oh, that's the battery check. They have seen the 3 clicks now. 1, 2, hold. Yes. Now here is this candle mode. Nice thing is you can adjust the brightness with click and hold to ramping up, click and hold, click, hold, ramping down. So double click for the next, the spike flasher, click, click, party strobe, click, click, some tactical, and the last thing is the lightning storm, which I like a lot. This is a very random, I ramp it up a little bit. It's flickering and flashing like a lightning storm. Single click goes off. If you want to switch off, don't use them. Just unscrew the tail cap and you're fine. Good. I'm very sure I forgot a lot. I was speaking a lot about these battery things. Oh, maybe you guys are interested in a last thing. Whoopsie. And let's try the amps. So I now hooked up my clamp meter. Hope you see it. Let's start with the 30Q and the E07. I just do a quick test to get the maximum amps. (16.8, 16.7). Oh, that's a lot of amperage drawn. And now the Shockley's. So it gets us 20 amps. So go to the next setting. DC zeroing. Yeah, 19.6. So it's 20 amps, which is possible to the bigger cell. That's quite nice. So let's go outside and have a look what they are capable of in the wilderness. Okay, spot number 1 is my garden from the porch. Here is, just for the color comparison, the PL47 and the E07. You see the brightness of the auxiliary lights is not really high. You could, of course, read a newspaper or map, something like that, but in a distance of half a meter, it's not a lot of useful light left. So, for comparison, I brought my Emisar D4 with me, with XPL, going to turbo. That's a garden, nice tree up there. Then going for the PL47s. You see the very nice coloring, this 4K, XPL in 4K. Very nice tint. And now the E07 with the niches. Also beautiful color and beautiful beam. So let's go and try a little bit in a fair distance. So I think many of you do know this spot. Let's start with the D4. the road, the gardens down there, does not reach very far. Next is the PL47. It's this very nice tint. Gives a nice beam, good coloring. And now go for the E07. Double click. Very uniform beam. Very nice too. Wonderful colors. And just for the fun, so you remember the spot, the W3, the well tool, the laser flashlight. That's in comparison with the E7. So you see down there, there's this tree. I cannot touch him really. You cannot see it here with the E07, but you see with the well tool, you see that down there, there's a road. Trying with the PL47, the road is there. I cannot see it really good on my mobile phone screen. There is a pole. Maybe on the phone, on the PC, getting in this short time, getting too hot to hold. So trying once again with the D4 onto no, also that's all of those have not a lot of throw, they're very comparable, but I think the beam and the light quality of the FireFlies beats the Emissar this time. So I hope you got some ideas how they work. Lots of people have given us good numbers from calibrated devices. So that's the E07 again. They've given us nice numbers. You can rely on them. I don't have calibrated equipment, so I don't tell you any numbers for now, just what you can see. Hope you saw enough, and see you next time. Bye bye.